Well, as we reported yesterday, CTV Sonia Srivastava has been in India covering a Maryland trade mission. A U.S. citizen born in India, Sonia attended public schools here in Prince George's. She spoke with our Curtis Crutchfield about the cultural benefits of the trade mission.
We talked about the business aspect of the trip. Culturally, do you think this is, from your perspective as an Indian American, culturally, was this exchange, was this visit good for the local officials, for the county executive, for the governor?
You know, I had a very candid conversation with Rashern Baker, and I asked him, I said, well, what did you feel before coming here? And he said, honestly, he didn't know, because he had never been here before. He didn't know what to expect. And when we had our exit interview, he said that he was extremely honored by the way that the Indians had treated him here, and that culturally, you know, we all have the same problems. You know, we all want to educate our kids. We all want a safe environment. We all want that, you know, our surroundings and our roads and our infrastructures and our hospitals are up to date. So he found that there were a lot of similarities. Now, India is a predominantly agricultural country, and, you know, University of Maryland was started as an agricultural college. So the officials from those two organizations, you know, shared some of their thoughts in helping India grow in the future. Now, I will tell you this, that I was totally taken back by how open and how honest some of their talks were. You know, they've kind of rolled up their sleeves and went into campaign mode and really just talked about what can be done so that both countries, the United States and India, benefit. Now, as you mentioned, I did grow up here, and I've seen a lot of change. I used to come here as a kid in the summer, you know, stay with family, and I'm noticing the number of people here that, you know, they have cell phones, the internet is available in rural areas. Morgan State University was here, and they are trying to start a program with several colleges that will allow them to bring engineers from Morgan State to India, and for them to have not just a exchange program, but for these engineers to come here and work and help develop this country. Now, this we'll need a lot more infrastructure development, highway development. Now, I'll give you another example. There's a Rockville-based company that is helping a state here in India to build a 100-mile highway, and that company employs a lot of Prince Georgians, a lot of Marylanders, and that is exactly what I saw here, is that there were so many local connections. Now, Maryland has about 80,000 Indian Americans, and majority of the people that traveled, the business leaders that did travel on this trip, they paid their own way here because they said that they know what the potential was. And I'll give you another example. There's a company out of Capitol Heights, Maryland, called Potawak Engineers. And they also signed a deal here in Delhi to work together to work on security equipment. So we've got a lot of good connections here, and it's you know, it's definitely, I can't tell you what, you know, will happen from these agreements, but it certainly is good to see some of our local companies, especially out of National Harbor, Capitol Heights, and Rockville, really come here and create some jobs.
And Sonia will return to the U.S. next month with a series of extensive reports on the trade mission, and I am looking very forward to that. I really enjoy the cross-cultural aspects.
See, we don't just have contacts here. We got worldwide contacts,
That's
folks.
right.
That's
right.
Yeah, we're good.
Well, Dave's